All right. Welcome to the very first episode of the Two Left Feet podcast. I'm very excited to be starting this. Um, I'm so excited because I'm very optimistic for what this can become. My name is Terrence Greer. I'm 27 years old. I currently am in the military and I live in New Orleans, Louisiana. Um, I started this podcast because for one, I love dancing. I love taking dancing classes. And to be specific, I love salsa, bachata, kizomba, and Brazilian zouk. I'm 27 years old right now. I probably started taking dance classes when I was 20 or 21 years old. I started in Richmond, Virginia. I went to this wonderful lady by the name of Jalissa Cruz. She had a dance company called Latin Vintage. I went there and I went there because and so this is how I came up with the podcast really. I was not just stereotypical African American male. I could not dance. I put that on everything. I was literally scared of the dance floor. Um and I wanted to change that. I wanted to change that, so I started taking salsa classes. And obviously at first it was difficult. Um, no one is good at anything initially, and it's probably the only thing in life I can say I've ever stuck with. It's maybe that and maybe lifting weights, but I have been dancing way longer than I've been lifting weights. Dancing is the one thing where I can look back on my life and say I put the work in, I've seen progression, and now I'm at a point where um, I'm confident on the dance floor, and I only do partner dances, but I love it. I really love it. Um, there's no greater feeling than when a song you truly enjoy comes on. It's very different when you're in a club and the DJ's playing music and you're like you don't really feel it. You could front it, like you know what I'm saying, to try to attract attention, but when they play a song you like, you're like, oh shit, this is my jam. This is what I play. You know what I'm saying? This is the music. This is what I listen to outside the club. Oh man, it takes the dance to a whole nother level because it's it's euphoric. I can't even like. It's ineffable. It's really unable to be put into words because you're when people say dance is a form of art, it's a form of expression. This is 100% true, yo. It's 100% true, and I love it for that because each dance is different. Um, this podcast is not gonna be about me though, so I just wanted to give a little background on myself. My my main goal for this podcast is to interview dancers and instructors. I know that they have so much valuable information to give to the dancing community. Um, as far as their experiences, their tips, their hints, their stories, favorite shoe brands, favorite congresses, favorite teachers, favorite venues. They have a wealth of knowledge, and as as a fan of good dancers, I feel like I personally, I'm pretty sure others feel the same way. I personally, I only get to see one asset, one version of that person, and that's when they perform. Unless I take a class with them, unless I go to a congress and I get to actually interact with that individual, I feel like they seem one sided. What I mean, just we only see one version of them. So I want to get them on my show and just talk to them, have a conversation with them, give them a voice, and just let their voice be heard. I want to be that platform that allows so many people to share their story. Yeah, that's my goals for this podcast. I think that should be a good first episode. I don't want to hold you all too long.